As a mind reader and understander of the universe, Snapchat is huge, but it is absolutely new for marketers. So why do I care?
Well, Snapchat's the only platform that's a social platform now, but that's absolutely measured on engagement. Every single time that someone views a piece of content, you get to count it as an engagement. So you get to charge accordingly, which is a beautiful thing for marketers. And the audience itself is actually really engaged. Instead of a Twitter feed, Facebook post, whatever it might be that you scroll by and don't really pay attention to, you're actually making sure you're getting that engagement with that fan or that person that you want because it's built as a messaging service. It's one-to-one.
So they're going to do ads, good, bad, indifferent, smart, stupid?
Snapchat's going to do ads. They just rolled them out last weekend, actually, because they said that they need money, which is no big surprise. They've got a lot of people working there, and they're growing very quickly, which is awesome. But what's happening with Snapchat ads is they're not going to be growing their own audience like these brands can. You can own an audience. You can retarget. You can hit them back. But if you just buy ads on a certain network, which is fine, you're not going to grow an audience that you can then cultivate and create and make your own. And that was something that I was seeing with my own audience. The bigger it got, the better my engagements are, and the more you can spend time with that audience one-to-one.
So you're a brand, and I discovered this metric at a scale by accident because my son took a picture of somebody who was super famous, not even the person, took a picture of their name. But you experience those metrics every single day. Give an average count on a Snapchat experience for you.
So to give a little bit of context, on Twitter I have about 4.7 million followers. I get an engagement rate between 30 to 80,000 per post. So that's an engagement, which is great. Impressions are 170 and above. On Snapchat, I have 243,000 followers. I get 150 to 170,000 engagements for every single post. The metric is huge. The metric is different, and the percentage of open rate is what's incredible. What we're seeing in open rate from the one-to-one is sometimes between 75 and 93% open rates.
I mean, the numbers are almost unbelievable. So up until you and I met, I was trying to figure out, and I exactly had about 48 hours to think about it before you and I met, how I would take this to a brand, because there are really no tools, because no one really sees these kinds of numbers, and they don't have open APIs at Snapchat, and they really don't have advertising the way you would advertise, because this content is so personal and needs to be so well done. And I also feel like, looking at college football, looking at the way they're doing the stories now, wow, if I'm 14 years old, I may never watch television or even go to YouTube again. Like, this is where I want to, it's a personal experience. So tell me a little bit about what it is you guys did with FlashOp and why, tell everybody why I got crazy about it.
Well, as someone that has a following that I try to monetize, I use my social channels to do, promoting things that I'm launching or building other campaigns. I looked at Snapchat and realized there's a vast market out there that's being untapped, but brands are going to have a very hard time diving in, just like I would be. If you're going to spend money somewhere, you need metrics. You need something to be able to justify where the money's going. So I said, well, if I'm having this problem, a brand's definitely going to have the problem. So what we built was FlashOp. It's a way for brands to integrate with our system. We connect you with influencers and content creators. We then take that, we push out the metrics, we then are allowed and able to view everything in real time and then give you a reporting of how well you're doing. You can show the slide here. This is just a simple screen grab of like what our campaigns look like in real time. So I'm able to get the all-time sends, the all-time viewed, how many snaps have been sent to you. As you can see right there, that number is 1.2 million snaps have been sent to me in the course, and we refreshed this 3 days before this. So that's in 3 days, that many snaps have been sent. In real time, we get to see what the story views are, and then we do have more features as well. But this is something that gives you something to have brand safety, and that's really what I was going for. So
the average person can't use this because they have 60 people that they're snapping to. You're snapping, you put a Snapchat out there, your story is going to get 100,000, 200,000 views. You put together a bunch of people that have a few 100,000 views each. This is different than what Maker did by having YouTube celebrities and building an audience. Yeah. This is actual celebrities that you can actually monetize, but how does it work? Just take me through it real quick. Like, what does it actually do? Like, what happens?
So what we'll do is we'll find out what kind of campaign you'd like to run as a brand or movie house, TV network, whatever it might be. You have a product you'd like to promote, something you'd like to sell. We come to you, we'd help build great content, connect you either with an influencer or distribute it just for your company. And then from there, we'll be able to give you metrics and analytics after the fact to have reportings on and then go from there and build a better audience. And also understand your audience. That's half the battle with Snapchat. It's anonymous, so you don't know who you're speaking to. You know, people want targeted, we want 18 to 24, you know, female. You're going to go into Snapchat and you're gonna be part of an environment that you're gonna have someone that's actually gonna pay attention. It doesn't matter if it's male or female. If you can get them in Snapchat and they're a friend of yours, you're now a part of their inner circle. And if you're a friend, you're now someone that they can trust. And that's why I've seen such a benefit here and with everything else we've done.
That's outstanding. Okay, enough pitching. What's new in your life?
So just had a 8-month-old baby girl, which was awesome. You know, which being a dad is, thank you. Being a dad is great. Really focused on my efforts. Last year, me and my brothers decided to not make music together anymore. So I decided to double down in tech like a crazy person, and then now enjoying myself greatly. Launched an app on Saturday called Yood. It's doing great. If you need food close by, check it out.
Outstanding. What? So you got 2 apps in the marketplace right
Yeah.
now. Are you focused?
I am. You know what it is? People ask me that all the time. I was never one of these people that could sit around and do one thing at a time. I get bored very quickly when things don't interest me, but when they interest me, I'm you know, balls to the wall until it ends.
So we're not going to have any Jonas Brothers music? I'm not looking forward to any new Jonas Brothers music?
Nothing right now. You know, my brother's doing really great. He's got a single out. It's actually, I think, going to go to the top 10 this week, which is huge for him. It's first time a solo Jonas has got a song in the top 10, which is great. You know, I think that he'll do very well there. I think I'm going to do pretty okay here, too.
All right, well, we're looking forward to that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know about Flash Up, Kevin's going to be around at the cocktail party for a little bit. Sean Finnegan is here. I'm not shilling this too hard, to be honest. I don't have a piece of this company. I don't have a dog in the hunt. I really don't. I saw this thing. My mind was blown. The challenge is that, humbly from my perspective, the challenge is that this is so new that not only do marketers not understand it and people don't understand it, I don't know what's next. But when I think about what's next, I feel like this is right there on the edge. And so this is worth exploring. This conference is about exploring, and so literally, with no dog in the hunt, I would challenge you. I know Snapchat's important. I don't know why it's important. I know it's important. It's what's next, and things like it are what's next. This is the first thing I've seen that makes me kind of go, wow, that's really new. And for me, as jaded as I am, really new, that's hard to find. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Jonas.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kelly.